There are 3 different alert levels on the system. The first one is an alert state, which is when there is an increased risk of not being able to meet the demand for electricity, or that the operational security limits for frequency or voltage are at risk of being violated. Then there is the emergency state, and that is when the operational security limits are violated and there is a high risk of not being able to meet the demand for electricity. Then there is the blackout state, and that is when at least half of the system is without supply. On 5 occasions this year, our margin fell below normal levels and we had to issue an alert on the system to generation and supply companies. There are several factors that contribute to system alerts. These may be higher levels of forced outages on conventional generating units. There may be lower availability of demand units, and demand units are units that can lower their consumption of electricity on request. There may be restrictions on the transmission network that limit our ability to transfer power from a surplus area to a deficit area. That is particularly the case with power transfers between Ireland and Northern Ireland. In recent years, we have also experienced the closure of older generating units, which means there is less generation available to us. It is really important that alerts are carefully managed, and to resolve alerts, we operate the power system in a more defensive manner. So we will use all generation available to us. We may call on large power users to reduce their need for electricity. However, an additional fault on the system during an alert could cause an increased risk of failure to meet the peak demand for electricity, and in a worst case scenario, this would mean that we had to disconnect electricity consumers. Thankfully, so far all alerts have been successfully managed without any interruption to electricity consumers, and we continue to monitor margin, proactively manage risk periods and prepare for system alerts in order to minimise the risk of any disruption to consumers.